Hey everybody, Jillian here for Illustrated Faith. Today I've got a new process video using the Captivated kit, and I'm not going to be doing a Bible journaling page. This is off the page, rather on the wall. So I'll explain a little bit more in a moment about what I mean by that, but I'm going to start my project off today using a piece of 12 by 12 pink cardstock and cutting this down to about 7 by 11 because I want to make a wall, not hanging, but a piece of wall art that can fit onto a standard size clipboard. The one that I have can hold a sheet of paper about 8.5 by 11. So to do this, I thought it would be fun to have some sort of patterned paper background that I could layer all of the bits from the kit on top of. But as I was thinking about what patterned paper I wanted to use, I thought, hey, maybe we could take the washi tape from the kit, which I love, and use that as my background. So I used about half of my roll of terrazzo washi tape here onto this pink sheet of paper, and I intentionally chose pink so that the background paper wouldn't compete with the pattern printed on the washi. So I'm working through the Armor Up section of Tiffany's devotional, and when a soldier goes into battle, they armor up with the necessary equipment that they need, otherwise, of course, they're weakened, vulnerable, helpless even. So let's consider where our battle zones are. This was immensely helpful for me when I was being treated for postpartum depression 5 years ago. My counselor had asked me where and when I struggled the most with my thought life, and she suggested that I put something in those areas to combat that struggle. And so that's where this project comes in. I wish I had something like this back then to help me with that process. For me, it was in the shower or when I was at the sink washing the dishes. My hands were busy, but my mind would wander to kind of dark places. So that's why my project today is off the page. I think that this is the perfect kit for this type of project. So I'm figuring out here how I want the composition of my page. And what's cool about this is it's totally customizable. So I thought maybe I could use 3 little journaling spots and, kind of make an embellishment cluster around each of them. And on each journaling spot kind of have scripture or something written on there that would encourage me when I'm in those battle zones, It's just one way to armor up. So just like last month, I'm pulling from Vanessa Walker's Bits and Bobs set that coordinates with the Captivated kit. She used art from one of Shauna Klingerman's older releases. So here I have those 3 clusters with 3 journaling spots. Going to take a picture so that I don't forget what it looks like. But then I thought, hey, I might want to go ahead and use this, this journaling card that's actually the reverse of the thank you card that comes with the kit. So I ran that through my typewriter and I typed up the verse that I wanted to focus on. I had read a really great book about discernment, and the author used Philippians 4:8 as a litmus test almost to discern what was good. And so the verse says, finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things. I added verse 9, what you have learned and received and heard and seen in me, practice these things, and the God of peace will be with you. So I typed that up on the larger card, and then I'm just placing that here with this gorgeous floral from Shauna. But then I'm realizing that my roller adhesive that I normally use isn't working so well on the washi tape. So I called in some reinforcements. I'm going to use some red line tape, and this is a super strong tape. I love it. And just put this in a few places to keep everything stuck down. Alright, now that those guys are getting stuck down, I also thought it would be fun to use some dimensional foam adhesive just to keep things from being too flat on my clipboard once it's on the wall. So I'm going to use some of this foam adhesive to pop up this little journaling box. In this box, I wrote Romans 12:2, which says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. So now that we've got those big pieces in place, I'm going to look to the floral die cut pieces that were included with the kit, add those in a few spots. And then I wanted to use alpha stickers to spell out the word Captivated, so I'm lining those up. These are just kind of older alphas that I have in my stash. Lining those up along the edge of a Bible mat so that I can make sure of their positioning before I commit to sticking them down. And then I'm going to stick each one down here. This says Captivated, just like the kit. And of course you could put whatever you wanted on here if you wanted to try this out. To fill up some of that kind of empty space at the bottom that I had considered cutting, I used some more florals from the kit, and that's it. So this is where it ended up on my wall. This is in my office. It's one of the first things that I see when I walk in, and it's right next to my typewriter. And then I also wanted to show a smaller format of how I used the notepad from the kit on a little mini clipboard. And of course you could use anything to display these, even just taking one of the sticky notes, writing a verse on it, and slapping it on the wall would be perfect. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this inspires you to use the kit in a different way, maybe even off the page. I'd love to see. Be sure to share using the hashtag if_captivated. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.